All right, we are here. What is good, everybody? We have a Sunday morning matchup between the Steelers and the Browns. They're showing an interview of Myles Garrett. He has a chance of breaking TJ Watt's sack record. And it looks pretty. It looks cold out there, man. It's very overcast, a little foggy too. This is the Steelers' chance to clinch the division today. Okay, Green Bay won their game last night, which I'm fine with. I want this game to mean something. Okay, really, because last season the Steelers limped into the playoffs. That's not happening this season if the Steelers do make the playoffs. So they're forced to have to win one of these next two games. It looks like the Browns are going to be getting the ball first. Shedeur Sanders getting the start today over there in Cleveland. It's 47 degrees. It actually looks a lot colder over there, but we got the kickoff, and it is underway. And it is returned right around the 3. Turns it up the field past the 25 and tackled at the 27. That's where Shedeur's going to take the ball. Okay, let's get the rest of this stuff up. That's a 6th start already? 6 touchdowns to 8 interceptions. Shedeur Sanders so far this season. I mean, sure, it's not the best numbers. It's not good numbers at all, but I think Shedeur's been showing some flashes here and there. So let's see how he does in this game. They're in shotgun on the first play. It's going to be a handoff play. Turns it past the 30, down at around the 33 on Cleveland's first play of the game. That was Sanders to Sanders. I got to get this scoreboard on here. Share screen. Should be updated. Okay, second down for Cleveland. Steelers bring 4. Pressure's coming. Sanders able to avoid it. Gets a receiver open, wide open. Complete. Past the 50 for a first down. All right. So Cleveland on the Steelers side of the field. From the 49 play action, Sanders has time and space. He's going to dunk it to his running back. Incomplete. Slightly overthrown there. But, man, he was just wide open. On the play before that, he was just wide open. Looks like it's drizzling over there. All right, from the Pittsburgh 48, man in motion. He's going to give it to Sanders. Sanders makes a move, tries to get a stiff arm, but he's tackled by Patrick Queen over there. And that's going to bring a 3rd and 7 for the Cleveland Browns offense. They had that one big play in this drive so far. There is some precipitation over there in Cleveland right now. Wonder how much of a factor that's going to be playing in this game. The game last year between the Steelers and the Browns in Cleveland had a snow game. That was on a Thursday night football game. So I guess it's just when the Steelers play the Browns over there in Cleveland. Sanders takes the snap. He's going to throw it middle of the field. Caught Jerry Jeudy for a first down. I just want to see the Steelers win this game, okay? That's going to mean a lot. I don't care about how much. I just want next week's game between the Steelers and the Ravens to be completely meaningless. That's really it. That was a good throw. Okay, now they're at the Steelers 35. Handoff play, and he is tackled right away. But he's still able to pick up 2 on that one. Tackled by Duggar. I don't know what's up with my I don't know why that's blue. I'll try to edit it, but that is what it is. Oh well. So Cleveland actually moving the ball here in this first drive. We saw that last week too, with the Browns scoring on their opening drive, scoring a touchdown. Fakes the handoff. Pressure's coming. He gets rid of it right on time, and it is incomplete. He was looking for Jerry Jeudy there. Judy's looking for a flag, but either way, it was underthrown. I don't think that was a catchable pass anyways. But if it's to my understanding, almost every team has clinched their playoff spot. Except for this AFC North. That's really the final decider, I believe, and the AFC South. Sanders on 39, pressure's coming. He gets it out for a check down, and that's only a gain of a yard. Tackled by Clark, and that's going to be a defensive stop for the Steelers. Now it's decision time for the Browns. Are they going to try to kick a long field goal or try to pin the Steelers back? That was a good play. And it looks like they're going to try for the long field goal. Okay, now this is going to see if the weather's playing a factor here. 50-yarder. Okay, I thought it was going to be a lot further, but 50 yards here from the left hash. The kick is up, and it is right down the middle and good. Browns take a 3-0 lead here. In a solid first drive for the Browns. 10:48 left in the first. All right, let me look for something here. I mean, so not worst case scenario, I guess, but offense has to do something. All right, I'm also looking at the Bucks and the Dolphins here. Battle of Florida. Buccaneers have to win that game for them to still be in contention for the division, which is their only way in, is to win the division. After last week's loss, they can still make the playoffs, but they're going to have to win out. Which at Tampa Bay, they middle of the season, they were looking like the best team in the NFC, maybe even the NFL, some would say. Hey, injuries played a huge factor for Tampa Bay. And they just haven't been the same Bucks team that they were last season. You got the Saints and the Titans there. I don't know. Maybe the Saints found their guy in Schuff, man. He's been playing some pretty good football. Saints have been playing better with him, so maybe that's their guy. Maybe quarterback problem was a part of the issue for the New Orleans Saints. Oh, you see the rain on the camera there. Doesn't look like there's much wind, though. That's what I was kind of looking for. There's not really any wind. And see, with the Browns looking into getting an indoor stadium, as are a lot of teams, including the Kansas City Chiefs. They're probably going to be moving back to Kansas, the state, and getting a dome stadium. That's weird, man. All right, kickoff is away as the Steelers are trying to answer back. Take it in inside the 5. Kenny G making a move, and he is stopped at the 25. All right, Ron. They're showing his last 3 games. Steelers have been 3-0. 4 touchdowns to no interceptions in the last 3 games. Come on, man. We need one more regular season win. That's it. Adam Thielen moves to the left side. You got Connor Hayward and Jalen Warren. It's going to be a toss play. Jalen Warren to the outside. Makes a break to the inside. Breaks the tackle. Fumbles the football. And it is recovered by Connor Hayward. Little bit of a scary moment there. Okay. Little bit of a shaky start, but still a pretty decent gain. Steelers are playing former Steeler Devin Bush. He made the play right there. Steelers without DK Metcalf, Darnell Washington moving around. They're going to give it Warren to the inside, and he might have gotten about half a yard. That's the key factor here. No DK. So the Steelers are going to have to rely on veteran Adam Thielen, on MVS to try to get something going. I mean, of course, you have the duo of Warren and Gainwell. That's going to be huge too. But the Browns defense is a pretty solid defense, as Gainwell's in the game for the first snap of the game, for him at least. Rodgers going to toss it to Gainwell, and he is short of the first down. That was a terrible play call. Terrible play call. What are we doing? What kind of play call was that? That is one of the worst possible plays you could call at that time. Wow. So it was in shotgun, and it's like a little bit of a half a yard toss, which is putting you back even more. Whatever. Okay, Waitman on the punt. Good punt from Waitman. Has to get the fair catch at around the 13. So Waitman's been a pretty reliable punter so far this season. That play call was atrocious. All right, well, so let's go 3 and out. Oh, come on. Well, I guess I can't really mess with that anymore. So the game last night between the Ravens and the Packers, Ravens look good. They did. Utilizing Derrick Henry a lot, which is what they're supposed to be doing. One of the best running backs in the league. You got to utilize him a little bit more. And John Harbaugh did, finally. So that's the type of results you're probably going to get when you utilize Derrick Henry that much, or as much as they did. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the Ravens are going to decide to do moving forward. If they don't make the playoffs, if they do, maybe that's not good enough to change things. I don't know. It's one of those weird situations. I think if they miss the playoffs, no matter if they win or lose next week, is going to determine a lot on what they do this offseason. I think that's mainly talking about the coaching situation for Baltimore. Oh, they're showing the blue tent. Second drive for the Browns with the lead. 3-0, 8:32 in the first. Sanders is going to roll. He's going to float one down the field, and it is caught. Wow, big play for the Browns. Another first down for Cleveland, and this offense is moving the football. 42-yard play. Oh, he just beat Clark. It was a one-on-one with the receiver and Clark, and wow. Sanders so far 4 for 6, 73 yards passing. And they're going to give it handoff play for a gain of about 6. And the Browns running back situation has not been very great this season with injuries. That's the thing about the Browns. They're not going to be here just to lose. They're going to want to compete in this game. You know, play spoiler for the Steelers. Not only that, you got Shedeur Sanders still trying to prove himself. Another give, and this time he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That is Cameron Hayward on the tackle. All right, get this drive to stall out. Get this drive to stall out. Steelers haven't won a game in Cleveland since 2021, since Big Ben was the quarterback. I believe that was on Halloween. 3rd and 5 for the Browns here. It's going to be another give in shotgun, and he's going to get the first down. Wow. Wow. Not the best start so far. Highsmith was there, but he was more focused on getting pressure on the quarterback rather than the running back. Because that situation, you're obviously thinking that they're going to throw the football. So I don't really think that was a bad decision-making play for Highsmith. But 97 total yards so far for the Browns to Steelers 6. It's going to be another handoff play. They are running the ball a lot in this game. And maybe a yard. Brown's helmet comes off. He's looking towards the ref's ways and everything like that. Didn't get the penalty that he wanted. You got Tampa Bay up in the game against the Dolphins. So it doesn't matter whether or not the Panthers win today, just if the Bucks win or not. Steelers bring 4. Sanders floats one down the field, and it is caught, and he wasn't touched, and that is a touchdown. What? No, nobody even tried to touch him. No, nobody even tried to touch him, and the Browns are up 9-0. That was a little bit of a wobbly throw. Wow. He's a little bit injured after making that catch. That was a good catch and a good play. But the safety Duggar was just completely fooled by the route. I think because of the way the football was thrown, I'm not sure that was the exact route, but since it was a bit of an awkward throw, it made the receiver turn to an awkward way. And I think that's what made the difference there. Because look how he's backpedaling. He had to find the ball. You know what he looked like? He looked like an outfielder fielding the ball, and he kind of loses it but finds it at the very end. That's what he looked like. That's what the tight end looked like there. But the Browns are over here swinging, and the Steelers haven't had an answer. Yeah. But I wanted this game to mean something. All right, because then that would have mean that the Steelers didn't have to win the next two games at all. Like the next games wouldn't matter. And I just want to see more from the Steeler team. That's it. I want to see more. All right, extra point here for the Browns. Snap looks good, and the kick is good. 10-0 Cleveland. 5:11 left in this first quarter. All right, I'm going to take a quick break. All right. Honestly, that's probably the worst possible start for the Steelers. The only thing that's good so far about this game is that first drive for the Browns. You're able to limit them to 3, but wow, not a good start. Especially when you're favored in this game. Especially when you're favored to win this game. That's what makes it a little bit more tough to watch. But hey, still a lot of football left to be played. I didn't think this game was going to be a give me. All right. Because you got Myles Garrett that has something to play for. You have Shedeur Sanders that has something to play for. So this game definitely isn't a give me. Damn, I'm telling you, it looks really cold over there. It was actually cold out here yesterday. Not during the day, but once the sun started to go down, it got pretty cold. And when nighttime hit, now I'm not sure what the weather was. But I didn't look at the weather, but it was pretty cold. All right, Steelers going to be getting the ball back. Come on, man. Come on. Let's get something going here. And the kickoff is returned at the goal line. And for a fair catch, that's going to be a touchback. Yeah, Steelers did run last drive. Got to mix it up. I know you don't want to get Myles Garrett to get that sack. If it happens, it happens, man. That's how I see it. If it happens, it happens. You gotta put trust in your guys, not play conservative. That's how I see it. You gotta put trust in your offensive line rather than make bad play calls on third down. And we're taking a while to get this first play going. I don't know exactly what it is. Okay, whistles are finally blowing. I'm not sure what the holdup is. Oh, they said he called it out. Okay, play action for Rodgers. He's going to throw it to Jonnu Smith, who gets it near the 25, probably around the 24. Okay, so apparently Gainwell got it before the end zone, I guess. Wouldn't that be a safety, though? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, well, regardless, the Steelers got it from the 20. Ben Skoranek making the Pro Bowl for special teams. Jalen Ramsey making the Pro Bowl. Rodgers fakes the toss. He's going to scramble, rolls out, throws it, and it is incomplete. He was looking for MVS there. Good defense for the Browns, though. Oh, that hit him more on his shoulder. Dog pound making some noise. Rodgers alone by himself in the backfield. Over there barking. He takes the snap. He's looking. He's going to float one, and it is caught complete. That is Scotty Miller for the first down. Flag is thrown. Pass interference on the Steelers. Pass interference on offenses are rare, but for some reason, in the Steelers games the past 2 weeks, pass interference have been common. I don't know. I didn't really see it, but oh well. I didn't see OPI there. That wasn't a good call, refs. What are we doing here? So now 3rd and 16 after the Steelers had that big play. Aaron just going to dunk it off to Darnell Washington, and he's going to be tackled at the 25, and then there's another 3 and out for this Steeler team. And now another flag is thrown. Rodgers pointing towards Cleveland's way. And it appeared to be after the play. Stefanski looks a little confused. Ref's talking it over. Rodgers with a smile on his face, so it has to be something good. Taunting. All right, that's how the Steelers get their first down of the game. Taunting from the Browns after the play is over. So you just started clapping and laughing at Washington. I don't know. Is that really a necessary taunting call? Although the OPI was a bad call, so I guess that evens out for a makeup call. I guess. Toss play to Warren. Breaks to the outside, now cuts back to the inside and is spun down. And that is going to be half the yardage that they need to get a first down. This first quarter has not been good for the Steelers. Oh, Miami tied it up against the Bucs. You have New England up 14-0 against the Jersey Jets. 2nd and 5 here for the Steelers. Rodgers going to throw it. Washington. And he is about half a yard short of the first down. Maybe about just a few inches short of the first down, actually. So now we might see a tush push here. Because at least, unless it's a bad spot, that is definitely inside of a yard. And they're in shotgun. Oh, now they're going to do it. Connor Hayward's going to take it himself, and he has some space, and he is running down the sideline. Does a little bit of a hurdle move, and that is going to be a big play for Connor Hayward and a first down for the Steelers. That is the second time that the Steelers have faked the tush push. I'm not sure what he was trying to do with the jumping up in the air, but it was a good play, and now the Steelers are finally moving the ball. And the play clock's running down, and they go to zeros here. And the Steelers take their first time out. Gosh, I'm telling you, the Steelers waste a lot of their timeouts, man. They waste a lot of them. That's a big concern for the Steelers. They waste their timeouts. All right, so moving the ball, finally, that's good. Down 10 points, not good. Well, at least they're on the Cleveland side of the field here. Get something here, you're back in the game. Foot still in bounds. Still in bounds. Yeah, he kept his footing for a long time. Connor Hayward did on that play. All right, Kenny G in the backfield here. 2 yards shy of the red zone. Thielen in motion. They're going to give it. Kenny G had a tiny bit of space, and that tiny space was able to get him a couple of yards. All right, how about the Colts up on Jacksonville? Did the Colts bench Grandpa Phillip? I know there were talks about that. I don't know if they actually did it or not. Only because the games are meaningless. That's the only reason why. All right, 2nd and 7. Rodgers gets it out to Kenny G, and it is caught, but that lost them a few yards there. Tackled by former Steeler Devin Bush. Yeah, that's one of those plays where it's better off that you just kind of intentionally drop it. And that's probably going to do it for the first quarter. Yeah, they're going to be flipping sides now. Damn, they lost 6 yards? That is crazy. All right, 10-0 Cleveland. After after one, not going too well. This game is not going too well so far. But Baltimore watching this game very, very closely. All right, Cincinnati up on Arizona 13-0, which that's not too surprising. Oh, Rivers is playing. Okay. Phillip Rivers trying to get his first win of the season as a grandpa. You know, I am so now I'm rooting for Phillip here. Now I'm rooting for Rivers. Just to get one win. To get one win. All right, and Carolina's up 3-0 over Sammy D and the Seahawks. Now, a lot of these games, man, they have a lot of overcast games here. All right, Trevor Lawrence trying to make something happen from the 31. Oh, might be drizzling a little bit over there in Carolina. It looks like it's raining. Oh, damn, it is. Yeah, it is pretty foggy over there. All right. 3rd and 14 after losing 6 on a completed pass on the play before. Pat Fryermuth in the game, I believe, for the first time. Rodgers going to try to dunk it off to Gainwell. Incomplete. They weren't even trying to get the first down there. They were just trying to create more space for Boswell. And I'm telling you, that rain is now coming down from the looks of it. Unless that camera angle was just super foggy. All right, Boswell from 44. From the left hash, snap looks good. And the kick curls in, and it is good. Oh, at first it looked like he was going to miss it. But it was able to curl its way in. And the Steelers are finally on the board here. All right, within a possession. Within a possession. And with the way the possession ended, I'm not really liking, but oh well. Oh, that snap wasn't good. That snap was actually really bad. Waitman actually dropped the snap and had to pick it up. And just in time, Boswell was able to kick it through. And it's got like that weird sort of miss. It's like coming in sideways. It's like the type of rain that hits your face. Which we had some of that on Friday. I was outside on Friday. I had a beanie and a hoodie on, and that wasn't stopping the rain from hitting my face because it was. Oh damn! I almost knocked down my mic. It was coming in like that. So I had to kind of like walk with my head down a little bit. Kick is way into the end zone, and that's going to be a touchback. So every team in the AFC playoff picture has clinched a spot. Now the only thing is playoff positioning, where they could, the seedings, things of that nature. The only two teams that are in the hunt to clinch a playoff spot is the Steelers and the Ravens. And that could all change with the Steelers win today. So far, it's not looking too good. Shador play action. He's going to throw it middle of the field, and it is caught. First down, Jerry Jeudy. With a little bit of a celly at the end. If the Jags lose that game against the Colts, I believe the Titans will be in first place in that division. A little bit of a delay handoff, and he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Good tackle from Patrick Queen there. And let me tell you something about Patrick Queen. The last couple of weeks, man, he's been showing up. All right. I know people don't necessarily like the contract that he has. Maybe some would say he's been underperforming with the contract. Last few weeks, he's been playing some good football, man. All right, 2nd and 10 for Cleveland. He's going to throw middle of the field once again, and that is Jerry Jeudy once again. Gosh, maybe they'll throw middle of the field to Jerry Jeudy. That's only like the third time that they've done that in this game. First down, Cleveland. Come on, man. But okay, that was a good throw too, though. It's not like it was wide open in the middle of the field. That at least I could say. Another play action. Sanders is going to dunk it off, screen pass, and he is tackled once again by Patrick Queen behind the line of scrimmage, about 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Let's go. Let's go. All right. See, and I'm not sure if Shador's going to be a Brown for his whole career. I kind of hope he isn't. The reason why I say I don't think he's going to be a Brown is because they still have Deshaun Watson. They're still paying him big bucks. And when you're paying someone that amount of money and that big of a contract, for him to sit on the bench, that's not really. 2nd and 11, pressure's coming, and he gets sacked by Alex Highsmith. Looks like they were trying to fight for the football towards the end. So I'd say maybe Cleveland trades him, maybe. Just to kind of see what you could get out of Shedeur Sanders. They might explore that because Deshaun Watson, they're probably going to start him next season. And whistles blow before the snap is thrown. That is a flag. Looks like it's going to be false start on the offense. False start. False start. Bring it back. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so now it's going to be third and 17. And I wouldn't be surprised if they just do a little dunk off just to try to get in some field goal range here. So I'd say watch out for that. It's also good to see TJ Watt back on the sideline. He was practicing this week too. Sanders is scrambling, looking for something, get some blocks up front, and he's able to get close to the 30. Now they're around field goal range. So it actually worked out the way Cleveland wanted it to, I guess. The offense is still out there on 4th and 7. Stefanski, odd decision making here. And they are going for Shador, going to throw it incomplete. Wow. Unbelievable. I don't believe what I just saw right now. There was no reason to go for it there. What are you? Wow. I don't know. That was a questionable decision by Stefanski. And that's people have been criticizing him because of the questionable decision making, like going for it on 2-point conversions when you don't need to. Stuff like that. When Shador Sanders is the quarterback. They should have just kicked the field goal and made it a 2-possession game. So I don't know, man. I'm not sure if Stefanski's going to be the head coach next year with stuff like that. Because Shador did exactly what the Browns needed him to do. And that is, sure, they didn't get the first down, but he got him into field goal range. You know, gave him enough space to kick a field goal. Wow. I'm really in shock right now. Now the pick six mill from Buffalo Wild Wings. I almost got that yesterday. Almost. I kind of got out of work a little late yesterday. Oh, Trevor Lawrence going to take it himself and going to walk into the end zone for a touchdown. Jacksonville answers back and gets on the board 10-6 against the Colts. Oh, Bryce Young throwing it down the field. Oh, incomplete. They're barking over there in the dog pound. All right, Steelers are not too bad field position after the questionable call. Warren gets it up the field and tackled at midfield. Good run from Jalen Warren there on the first play. Oh, almost. Almost a face mask. Man, they need to wipe off that camera. That camera looks terrible right now. Okay, let's see if they give it back to Warren here. And they do, tossing it. Warren breaks another tackle and is tackled at around the 46. Oh, dang. Darnell Washington is listed as questionable for the rest of the game. Wrist injury. Rodgers looking left. He's going to float one left, and it is incomplete. Looking for MVS. Man, and it seems like they've been so close to connecting, Rodgers and MVS, but they just haven't been able to these past two games. I just slightly overthrown. It got in the fingertips of MVS. And we saw something similar to that last week, too. So now it's going to lead to a 3rd and 6. Rodgers looking left again. He's going to float it left once again, and it is incomplete again. That time he was looking for Adam Thielen. And the Steelers kind of unable to capitalize on what could have been a momentum shift. There's going to be another punt for the Steelers. Waitman trying to pin him back. This one, a sky kick. And it's going to take a little bit of a Browns bounce. Pepper's able to down it at the 15.5-yard line. All right. Halfway into the second quarter, still 10-3. Oh, Carolina going to go for it on 4th and 1. And I don't know what it is about this day and age of the NFL, but there are a lot more teams being a lot more aggressive nowadays. There's going to be a bit of a tush push. It looks like he might have gotten it. I think he got it. And Rivers and the Colts getting a first down. And Rivers has an interesting way of throwing the football. It's almost like he kind of winds it up before he throws. I see it. Oh, almost threw an interception. It almost looks like a pitcher throwing the football because how he throws it. I don't know how to really explain it. Oh, he threw it behind the receiver. I'm telling you, Rivers really still does have it, though. Maybe he doesn't have as strong of an arm as he used to, but he can still throw. He can still throw a ball at a high level. And he definitely could trash talk at a high level because that's a big thing to have. All right, trash talk. They were giving the update on TJ Watt. Hey, man, it's good to see him back on the sideline, though. Really. Run play here for Cleveland, and he is tackled. by Clark. Probably got 2 on that. Yeah, the Steelers haven't really been able to move the football too well. But all right, you got Cleveland at the 19. Another handoff. And it's going to be pretty much the same result for the Browns. Another gain of about 2 for Sampson there. And now it's going to bring 3rd and medium. Ooh, Colts 3rd and 5. Grandpa Rivers going to float it. Oh, incomplete. All right, looks like the precipitation has kind of calmed down in Cleveland. Browns in their 3 drives. Field goal, touchdown, and turnover on downs. Sanders has time. Gonna float one. Caught, complete. 1st down, Cleveland. Moving the ball once again. Steelers are getting dominated, man. This game should not be a 1-possession game. It really shouldn't be. Sanders fixed the handoff. He's able to avoid the pressure and pick up about 4. Go play by Shador all in all. That pocket collapsed quick. Sanders does seem a bit comfortable, man. Seems a bit comfortable. Second and 7 for Cleveland. Sanders, another throw to Jerry Jeudy, and another Cleveland 1st down. This is not good. This is unbelievable. $202 yards in total for Cleveland in the 1st half to Steelers 75. Sanders throws it tipped and intercepted by Sawyer. Sawyer turns it up the field and it is tackled at the 30. Then is the rookie Sawyer. Nice. Steelers needed a big splash play like that. And it looked like it was tipped at the line. So Sanders was tackled while throwing the football, deflected at the line, and Sawyer was able to get it. All right, come on. And Sawyer did make big plays in college. Finally, now able to make a big play in the NFL. And Steelers are in prime position to tie this football game here. And something was thrown on the field. Rodgers, play action. He's rolling. He's going to get it off and away to Connor Hayward, who tries to make something happen and could not. That is another completed pass for a loss of a few yards for Rodgers. I mean, we can't be like overly focused on making sure Garrett doesn't get a sack because that could hold the offense back a little bit too. After a 3-yard loss, they're going to give it to Jalen Warren, who picks up a pretty solid gain, but it's still going to be a third and long. And that's pretty much been the entire Steelers offense. The ability to run the football. Passing the football has been a different story, though. Steelers are 1 for 5 on third down conversions in this game. Cleveland looks like they're going to bring some pressure. Well, they only bring 4. Rodgers is scrambling. Pump fakes. He's going to take it himself and slide. Where did he start the slide? It looks like he's short. I think he's short of the first. Dang, they marked them an entire yard short? Really? Okay, I didn't think that was a full yard short. I know that was short, but... And the Steelers call another timeout. And we have a fumble Ruski over there in Carolina. I don't know what happened there. But okay, the Panthers are able to get that ball. Yeah, it definitely wasn't a first down. Now, that might have been a forward pass from Sammy D, though. Maybe it is a full yard. Yeah, maybe they got the right call. Oh, no, that's a fumble from Darnold. Okay, Steelers offense remains out there. And I think the Steelers called it a timeout there just so that they could get an extra look at it rather than waste a challenge. Looks like the Steelers going to throw the football here to get 1 yard. Rodgers is going to throw it towards the end zone and incomplete. What kind of play calling is this? What are we doing, man? Why are we going for the end zone? We need 1 yard. That's a stupid play call. Just run the football. Such a stupid play call, man. Such a ridiculous play call. This play calling has been holding this offense back. There's no need to throw to the end zone there. It's not 4th and goal. It's 3rd and 1. And why even pass the football? For that matter. Wow. So that turnover generated 0 points. The turnover that brought the Steelers into Cleveland territory to start the drive turned into no points. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right, Cincinnati up by 2 possessions, 16-7, with 3 minutes left in the second quarter. Still got a 3-point game in Indianapolis. Wow, I really can't believe that play call. That was... All right, Carolina has the ball now after that turnover. Hey, that was a funny play to watch. Interesting call to say the least, Jim Nantz. That was a ridiculous play call. At that point, I would have much rather kicked the field goal than to do a play call like that. Like, what? It made 0 sense. 0 cents. Rounds play action. Sador has plenty of time to throw the football, and he almost gets picked again. Nick Herbig had a hand on it. Probably should have caught that ball. Oh, come on. Come on, man. That was literally that was literally a perfect ball to Herbig. Gosh, the Steelers are looking a little rough right now. Sanders with another throw, and he gets tackled by Clark as soon as he makes contact with the football. Oh, yeah, they're missing DK a lot in this game, but play calling certainly isn't helping. What's another big difference maker is Darnell Washington getting wrist injury. And the Steelers burn their third timeout. I believe this time it's to stop the clock. Yeah, the Steelers are pretty injured going into this game. Yeah, they're talking about all the stipulations, man. This is exactly why the Steelers need to have this one, man. Pretty big third down here for Cleveland. Shador is going to throw it complete. Judy trying to make a move, and he's going to be stopped at the 30. Jalen Ramsey, Clark, and Porter stopping Judy from making a big play. All right. That's going to be the 2-minute warning. You know what? I'll say this. This game should be 13-6 instead of 10-3. Because there was no reason for the Browns to go for it on 4th and 7. The Steelers should have just kicked the field goal instead of making a terrible play call on their last drive. Oh, Carolina tied it up 3-3. That might be a very low-scoring game in Carolina with the way the weather's looking like. And the only team playing for anything in the Jacksonville and Indy game is Jacksonville. Indy was eliminated yesterday in the afternoon because Houston, with another win, another consecutive win against the Chargers, that eliminated Houston from the playoffs. All right, even if the Steelers just get a field goal here, that's going to be huge. All right, Steelers do get the ball after halftime. Definitely going to have to make many adjustments at halftime. That is for sure. Because what is happening right now is not working. Not working. Defense is doing all right, though. Offensively, they definitely need to change a lot, including play calling. Offense, they practically need to change up everything. Except for the run game. The run game is the only reason why they have anything on the board right now. Damn it, Cincinnati running away with it against the Cardinals. Already to 22 points in the second quarter with an extra point to go. All right, Browns punting it. That is a good punt. It is returned by Scotty Miller for a few yards. Ran out of bounds at around the 21. So 151 left in this first half. Let's see what the Steelers do with no timeouts. Probably going to be aiming for the sidelines a lot here. Hopefully they try to do something. There's a lot of time to try to do something. All right, Kenny G. to Rogers is right. Pressure is coming, and he just kind of gets it out to Gainwell. And Gainwell is tackled inbounds for a gain of a yard. Wow, they'll give him 2. Okay, that's actually a generous spot, honestly. But now they're in hurry up. Gosh, this is not looking good either. A lot of clock being drained after gaining 2 yards. And they're going to throw it inbounds again. This time to MVS. And he might have gotten the first down. They're going to mark him a full yard short of that first down. Wow. Talk about a not so generous spot. Rodgers in shotgun. He's looking to throw. He gets it off. Kenny G gets the first down and more afterwards. Steelers trying to make something happen. They're actually moving the ball. From the 39, Rodgers is going to jump and pass it to Gainwell, and he's able to get the first down. He was tackled, but was on a Cleveland Brown defender. And then he was able to make a little bit of a move to stretch out and get the first down. Steelers clock it, 26 seconds left. Rodgers dropping back. He's going to throw it middle of the field, wide open. Is Pat Freiermuth for a first down. Flag is thrown. What is this flag on? Rodgers is over there yelling. Oh, this could determine a lot here. Everybody just waiting for the call. Oh, okay. It's on the defense no matter what. Oh, it was a free play. Wow. Too many men on the field and the offsides on Cleveland. There you go. Utilizing Pat Freiermuth there. And I forgot to say Muth after that one because I thought it was going to come back for some reason. All right, so now the Steelers are in Cleveland at Cleveland's 28, 22 seconds left because of the penalty. Steelers have a chance to tie it up. Rodgers is scrambling, and he throws it away. Really, really trying to avoid getting sacked in this game. You could tell, especially on this drive. They'll probably try to take a shot at the end zone, but it seems like right now they're just trying to get quick passes off. But something imbalance would be kind of costly. Roger, the flag is thrown when the ball is snapped. Neutral zone infraction on Cleveland, seemingly. Oh, false start. I mean, the line wasn't really even set yet. I don't know. All right, 2nd and 15 is going to be a quick pass inbounds to Adam Thielen, and now they're just going to have to clock it. Rodgers kind of takes his time to do it, and clock is stopped with 3 seconds left. All right, another field goal try for Boswell. Hey, why isn't Roman Wilson on the field? That makes no sense, right? I didn't notice that until I saw him on the sideline. He's not on the field. And Cleveland's icing Boswell here. But clearly a huge field goal here in this game, which is why Cleveland decided to ice him. So Boswell's going to have this one at the perfect angle. From 40-ish yards, and this one curls once again, and it is good. 10-6 Cleveland going into halftime. Oh, yeah. Ugly start. Well, I'm going to say another start. It's just not a very good start. You know, Steelers are kind of a little flat. Okay, well, Steelers get the ball. Should have asked about the play calling. All right, well, you know what? The Steelers were able to limit Cleveland. That's the positive, I guess I could say here. Cleveland started off hot. They came in to this game swinging. I believe their first 2 drives they scored, right? They haven't scored since. And the Steelers, yeah, now looking good on offense. And the absence of DK is definitely shown in this game. Also, the unwillingness of using Roman Wilson at a time where you need a receiver. Doesn't seem like the Steelers and Roman Wilson have the best relationship. Something's definitely going on over there. And he was a 3rd-round pick for the Steelers in 2024. Injured practically all of last season, and just not utilized in this season so far. And he probably won't be utilized at all this season. Okay, looks like the only game that's still going on right now is the Panthers and the Seahawks. 8 seconds left in that first half. I'm over here getting a YouTube TV Zen time. That's actually pretty nice scenery, by the way, what I'm looking at right now. All right, let's see what Bryce Young could do here. Doesn't look like they're too far from field goal range. They don't have any timeouts. And another timeout's getting called from Seattle. And for a game that's 3-3, the fact that that's the game that's still going on and had to hit halftime is actually surprising. I don't know if there's a lot of penalties or stuff like that happening. Hey, Jalen Hurts really likes those style of hats, huh? The Jersey Jets and the Patriots. Wow, 35-3. Patriots are dominating the Jets in New Jersey. Incomplete for Bryce Young. All right, they'll probably go Hail Mary here. That's really the only thing you can do at this point. Oh, no, Tennessee and New Orleans is still on. All right, Hail Mary time for the Panthers here. And they go a screen pass. Wow. They didn't even try to get it into the end zone. That was just a screen pass. Wow. I didn't see the problem with trying for a Hail Mary there, but oh well. All right, let's go through these games while we're at halftime. All right, so to start off the Christmas Day games, we had the Cowboys beating the Commanders 30-23. Honestly, that's kind of what I expected. A decent game, not too bad. Not too bad of a game. Then the Vikings beat the Lions 23-10, and I'm not going to lie, I didn't watch a single snap of this game. But Vikings handled business, and that eliminated the Lions from playoff contention, which sucks for Detroit, man, because all they had to do was handle business this week, and they would have had a shot at a playoff spot next week. You know, it was still a long shot for the Lions, but still. So Vikings were able to handle business there. And the night game on Christmas Day, Another game, I didn't watch a single snap. The Broncos beat the Chiefs 20-13. I believe the Chiefs had their third string quarterback in that game. So not really much different for Kansas City. They have a pretty solid defense. Offensively, they've been struggling seemingly the past couple of years. So, I mean, not too surprising of a score there. And Broncos do win a lot of close games. That's just the way the Broncos play. Then the two games from yesterday, the Texans defeat the Chargers by a score of 20-16. Couldn't watch this game either. I know I feel like I'm saying that a lot. Couldn't watch this game either because I was working. So apparently there was some ref ball in this game. I don't know. Okay. But I'm glad Houston won because I picked Houston to win. That's all I care about there. And the Ravens at the Packers beat the Packers on primetime at Lambeau Field, putting up a 40-piece on the Packers, 41-24. Derrick Henry completely balled out, did his thing, and fed him the ball. Ravens fed him the ball. So Ravens almost control their own destiny, depending on who wins this game between the Steelers and the Browns. And you got the Dolphins beating the Buccaneers 17-7. What is going on with Tampa Bay? I mean, Quinn Ewers is starting for the Dolphins. So, I mean, the Dolphins are in a terrible situation. So that says a lot about Tampa Bay. Patriots up 35-3 at halftime over the Jersey Jets. The Patriots stars are probably going to be benched before the fourth quarter even starts. The Colts are still up 10-7 over the Jaguars. Titans up 20-10 over the Saints. Celtics and Panthers are now up 3-3. Bengals up 23-7 over Arizona. Then later today, we have the Tank Bowl between the Giants and the Raiders in Las Vegas. Whoever loses that game will more likely get the first seed. I meant first overall pick. Okay. I think the Giants should win that game if both teams are trying their hardest to win. All right. Eagles at the Bills. That should be a really good one. I definitely favor the Bills, though. Is it the last game at Highmark Field? It might be one of the last games at Highmark Field. Give me Buffalo. I just think they're the better team as well. And you know the atmosphere is going to be crazy because it's the final stretch for that stadium. All right, so the crowd's going to be giving it their all, as so are the Bills. Then you got the Bears at the 49ers in Santa Clara, Sunday Night Football. I did pick the Niners. I am not confident in that pick. It's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a tough one for both teams. So, big challenge for both sides. Then you got the Rams going into Atlanta to play the Falcons on Monday Night Football. I guess the Rams. I don't know. Not really psyched for that game too much, but hey. It's Monday Night Football and the final Monday Night Football of the NFL season. Of the NFL regular season. Oh, they're doing the Winter Classic in Florida. You know, it'd be cool if they did the Winter Classic again over here in California. It's just, it might be too tough to do, you know, because they did it one time at Dodger Stadium with the Kings and the Ducks. It's probably a little too tough. Because it doesn't really get like super cold. Sometimes it does get pretty cold, but just to maintain the ice, stuff like that, it seems like a headache. Who knows? I mean, technology is a little bit different. I think they did that 11 years ago, something like that. We'll see. It's not impossible to do. We've seen it happen before, so maybe they'll do it again at some point. And that'd be cool to go to. Or even like an outdoor NBA game would be pretty cool. That's definitely something that can happen out here. Yeah, not many games today because of the 3 Christmas games, the 2 games yesterday, and the Monday Night Football game tomorrow. So not too many games going on today. Which I don't mind them spreading out the schedule. It's not too bad. It really gets you to focus on the games that are happening rather than just continuously flip-flopping through just to see what's going on. Every team in the AFC that's in the playoffs has 11 wins. Except for the Steelers. Man, the AFC is stacked. For something like that to happen is rare. I think it was back in 2008. The Patriots had an 11-5 record, and this is back where playoffs had 6 seeds, which I liked more, honestly. Having 6 seeds, I think that was better. Okay, but anyways, that was back when there was 6 seeds. 11-5, they missed the playoffs at 11-5. All right, second half is underway, and is returned at the 2, and he trips on his own at the 24. They're showing an interview of Stefanski. They should have asked him about going for it on 4th and 7 for no reason. All right, Kenny G in the backfield. First play of the second half from the 25. Wow, they gave him a nice spot. Toss play. Kenny G has some space. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Johnny Smith. That's what I do like. There's very few things I like about the offensive play calling, especially the past couple of weeks. But having a tight end as a running back, because Smith does have some speed for a tight end. Having him as a running back, that's a pretty solid idea. My idea was actually having Darnell Washington as a running back. But Arthur Smith and Smith have a really nice relationship. And I'll play Warren. Spin move. First down. Makes another move and down at the 39. You just got to appreciate the way that the offensive line has changed throughout the season. This is a completely different offensive line. Especially when you compare it to the last few seasons, the Steelers had a really bad offensive line for years. They had a bad offensive line. This is the best offensive line that the Steelers have had in a while. Which is that saying too much? Probably not, but still, that's something worth noting. Play action. Rodgers pump faking, and he fumbles the ball, picked up by Smith in the air. Still a loss on the play. Ooh. Yeah, no, that was a fumble. So he got hit, and that caused the ball to get out of Rodgers' hands. So 2nd and long. Screen pass to MVS. He loses the ball. I think he was down, though. He lost the ball, but that was already when he was down. I'm hoping. All right, they're showing the replay. Yeah, he was down. Okay, no, he fumbled it. He fumbled it, but then he was able to get it back when he was down. And I think the Browns are going to challenge here. Third and 6 for the Steelers. Rodgers scrambling. He's going to get rid of it, and it is incomplete. Thielen wants a flag. They're not giving it to him, though. Wow, this offense is looking pretty bad. Pretty bad. Damn, man. Wayman with another punt. And it is fair caught inside the 15. Gosh, man, the offense is not moving the football. I mean, we get flashes a little bit here and there with Warren and Gainwell. That's it. What is this commercial? Oh, Hotels.com. Okay. Defense is going to have to get like a pick 6 or something. That's where we're at. Defense is probably going to have to win this game. But, hey, they haven't looked too bad. Other than those first 2 drives, they haven't looked too well. Yeah. Now, I'm really rooting for the Colts to win the game in Indy. I'm really rooting for the Colts here. Are the Texans the 5th seed, or is it the Bills? Oh, man, I don't really. That's going to be a tough first round to play against, whether it's Houston or the Bills. With the way things are looking, I'd much rather face Houston. They've been looking like a top team in the AFC for weeks now. But then again, Buffalo's Buffalo. Oh, Grappa Rivers, 2nd and 8. He gets it. He's going to throw it to Taylor. Oh, they're short of the first. Oh, it's his other running back. Shador Sanders in shotgun. It's going to be a handoff play, and he gets probably around 6. Oh, Rivers throwing it down the field. Oh, nobody's there. Second and 4. I'm kind of expecting another run play. And that's exactly what they're going to do. Rex Tacker gets a first down. Finally down past the 30. Flag is thrown. Let's see if that's going to come back. Holding. Bringing it back. Let's go. All right. Oh, yeah, that is holding if I've ever seen a holding. That might have changed the course of this drive. Obviously, I'm saying that because I wanted to. 2nd and 14 after the holding call. Now they're inside their own 10. Steelers are bringing 4. Sanders throws it as he's hit, and it is incomplete. That was a forward pass. Oh, come on. Roughing the passer on Hayward. Not even sure. I'm not even sure what he's supposed to do there. I don't know. I don't even know what he's even supposed to do there. Sanders has some time. He's going to throw a check down to his running back, and he gets maybe half a yard. That roughing the passer call, I don't even know what a defender's supposed to do there. I know they say you're not supposed to land on him, but I don't know. It's so difficult for a defensive player not to get roughing the passer. And besides, that contact was initiated when Sanders still had the football. They're running the ball again, and he's tackled at the 29. So, I mean, I understand they want to keep the players safe, whatever, but some of these roughing the passer calls for the past 8 years or so have just, they've been terrible. All right, receiver in motion. He's moving out to the right side. Sanders communicating something to his offense. He might see something. Sanders looking towards the middle, throws towards the middle, and that is a first down. Yeah, okay, so Sanders did see something in that defense, and he threw it. Sanders gives it to Sampson. Sampson is tackled by Highsmith. Able to get a few. Oh, Ravens have a grin on their face right now watching this game. Shotgun with a receiver to his left. Sanders' whistles are blown before the play is snapped. And that's going to be false start on Cleveland. Man. All right, so another 2nd and 14 for the Browns in this drive. And Alex Highsmith only has the number 5 on his helmet. The 6 just completely came off. Shador pressure. He's able to avoid it, then gets tripped by Highsmith for the sack. A shoelace tackle for Alex Highsmith. Nice. Okay. Oh, and he had to chase him. He was coming in from the other side, and he had to work his way to the right side of the field. Highsmith really had to go hunting there. Third and 15. Sanders scrambling once again. He's going to throw a backwards pass to his running back, and that is going to be a stop for the Steelers defense. Dude, we're going to need a block punt or something. And this punt, it goes straight to the left side and bounces out of bounds. And they're going to mark it at the 22. And this game has been more of a dogfight. It's not too surprising that the game is going the way it is. Yeah, Cincinnati up 30-7. We just need to get the win. I don't care how. Well, I do care how it looks a little bit. Right? I don't want it to be a completely ugly win, but just the win, just the win. If this team is going to the playoffs, they need a rest. They need a rest for a week. Especially with all the veterans that they have. They haven't had a rest week since week 5 because that's when they had their bye week. They need it. And there's a chance that all the wild card teams aren't going to be benching their starters because they're going to be having something to play for in seeding. So there's going to be have nothing to play for. Jacksonville takes the lead. Trevor Lawrence running in himself for a touchdown. I think that's the second rushing touchdown of the game. They're showing the city of Cleveland. Uh-oh, Seattle might score a touchdown here. Sammy D hands it off. Oh, yeah, touchdown Seattle. I was just looking at the city of Cleveland. All right, we're at 6 minutes left in this third quarter. Still 10-6. Gainwell running around. They're going to give it Jalen Warren. Pretty short gain. This is the first time I wore this jersey all season, man. Rodgers in shotgun by himself. 2nd and 7 for the Steelers. He's dropping back. He's going to get rid of it quickly to MVS. Makes a move. Gets the first down. Valdez Scantling. Oh, flag is thrown. A late flag is thrown. Refs are out here talking it over. Again, it was after the play was over that the flag was thrown. Oh, okay. No flag on the play. Maybe it just slipped out of a ref's hand. I don't know. Man, we need a touchdown in this drive. Need something in this drive. Play action. Rodgers gets rid of it, throws it to Smith, and Smith is down at the 35. Yeah, pressure was there all the way. Oh, big return for the Colts. And Myles Garrett was pretty close to getting that record right then and there. Dog pound out there barking. Rodgers looking, he throws middle of the field to Smith once again, and looks like he got the first. They'll give him the first. All right. On the replay, yeah, he got it. All right, you got game one. The backfield is going to be a jet sweep to Smith, and they're using Smith a lot in this drive. He got around 2. That's the guy that they're utilizing a lot. Oh, what? 2nd or 3rd string tight end? With the production of Smith, maybe they'll I mean, they're going to have to get rid of a tight end this offseason. They have too many tight ends on the roster. Thielen moves to the left side with 3 receivers bunched, and it's going to be a handoff play to Gainwell. Another short gain for the Steelers. It just depends on who are they going to trade away. Is it going to be Freiermuth or is it going to be Smith? It's probably going to be Smith. I'm not sure how big his contract is. But you're paying Pat Freiermuth. And Freiermuth can be amongst a top 10 receiver when utilized. And he hasn't been utilized this season. I think this has been the least amount he's been utilized his entire career. All right, Steelers need 5 here on 3rd down. Rodgers gets rid of it, middle of the field, and that is caught for a 1st down. That's Scotty Miller. Okay, Freiermuth was in that play, on that play. All right, that's a catch. He had his arm tucked in, or the ball was tucked in under his arm. All right, yeah, that's a 1st down. All right, Steelers passing game's working a little bit better. They haven't done anything too crazy, but it's working. Toss play that is Gainwell. Probably gets 4. All right, this is a very slow-paced drive for the Steelers, but it's working. All right, Steelers, 4 rushes, 4 passes, 38 yards, using up about 5 minutes on 8 plays. They give it. Warren breaks the tackle, breaks free, gets the 1st down, and is tackled inside of the 30. Good run from Jaylen Warren there, and that's probably going to bring the end to the 3rd quarter. Maybe the Steelers might try to get him to jump off sides or something. Nah, Rodgers takes off his chin strap, and that's going to take us to the 4th quarter. 10-6. With the division on the line in this game. All right, guys, I'll be back in a second. This is it. This is it. 4th quarter time. Oh, man, these last 2 weeks. Well, yeah. The game against the Lions was a bit of a stressful one. All right, wasn't very stressful. It was just a little bit stressful. The flow of this game has been all right. Nothing out of the ordinary. Browns have a good defense. Steelers offense, they don't have their best weapon offensively as far as wide receivers. So it was gonna be a bit of a struggle. I mean, obviously they're struggling a lot more than I would want them to, but it is what it is. But they're moving the ball here. I'm assuming this is one of their longest drives of the game. In Cleveland territory, 7 yards short of the red zone. And they're going to give it to Jalen Warren. And he gets back to the line of scrimmage. Is this going to be one of those games where Boswell scores all the points in a Steeler win? Is that what the game that we're getting here? All right, 2nd and 10. Rodgers takes it from shotgun formation, and he is tackled as soon as he catches the ball. That is a loss on the play, a loss of 3. And they've had quite a few plays offensively where they had passing plays going backwards in yardage, completed passes. Oh, Indianapolis taking the lead back over there. They're going a little back and forth in Indianapolis, 17-14. Colts are up. All right, 3rd and 13. Rodgers has to find something, and he gets sacked. Alex Wright gets the sack, and the Steelers are going to have to settle for a field goal here. Let's hit aside a punt. I don't know. Boswell from 54. Snap looks pretty good, and he missed it. He missed it. Damn, his second miss in 2 weeks. We just need one good drive offense. Just one good drive. And that was it. And it stalled out. I think they're way too focused on not getting sacked by Myles Garrett. I think they're way too focused on that. I think that's holding them back right now. That's what's causing all these very short passes that are making you lose yards, stuff like that. I think that's just way too much of a focus. You just got to focus on winning the game. If he gets a sack, he gets a sack. I understand TJ Watt holds the sack record, and you don't want to give it, or you don't want it to happen while you're facing a division rival. There's bigger things to worry about right now. And on that kick, it looked like the wind just kind of made it drift a little bit, because it didn't drift at all towards the towards the left where Boswell needed it to, because he kicked it from the right hash. It never really curled to the left. It really only made distance towards the right. Damn, Cincinnati with another touchdown. 36-7. That's another quarterback that might be on the market to trade. The Cardinals look like they're probably done with Kyler Murray. Steelers might literally need a defensive touchdown to win this game. Sanders handed it off. Whistles are blown. Is that a false start? False start on the offense. Yeah, false start to start the drive. Wow. Both defenses have been playing well. It's this. The Browns started off hot, and that's making the difference. That's making the difference. Also, the Steelers' play calling in the first half, that's also making a difference here. Sanders gets it. He throws it on a bit of a slant route. Oh, he avoids the tackle. Still on his feet, then finally gets brought down near midfield. Come on, man. Dang, he should have took Porter right off of him. Fakes the handoff. Sanders looking for something. He has to get rid of it, and he does. Up in the air, intercepted. Picked off. He threw it across his body, I believe. And that is Duggar on the interception. And please tell me that's the turning point of this game. Okay, Judy was open. But with the way the ball was thrown, I mean, that was a straight floater. And that was kind of across the field. Please tell me that's a turning point. They need to get into the end zone, man. It seems like the best game going on right now is the Colts and the Jaguars. Unless you're really loving this very low-scoring game. And there should have been more points scored from both sides, too. So I think frustration for both sides is there because there were points that were left on the table. Jacksonville in prime position to score again. Oh, they get another first down. T-Law out there doing his thing. Did throw an interception, though, in that game. All right, Carolina down 17-3. Seattle really turned it up after halftime. And the other game on the multi, I actually kind of want to take that off. I don't know. What's the score to the Tennessee game? Oh, 23-20. Okay. Tennessee up over there in Nashville. And the crowd over there in Cleveland really wants it too, because this is his last chance to do it at home. Because next week they're on the road. I'm not sure where, but they're on the road next week. The Browns are. Rodgers hands it off. Kenny G breaks to the outside, gets the first down. Good run from Gainwell there. Oh no, he didn't throw it across the field. He just kind of forced it a little bit. And that was too much of a floater. That was really the problem there. And that's really the only shot he had because of the positioning he was in. All right, Steelers at their own 49 after the first down. It's going to be a quick pass. Scotty Miller gets just to the midfield. Yeah, they keep showing Shador on the sideline. Hey, who's watching the Patriots and Jets game? Rodgers is going to throw it to Smith. Oh, he had to get that at the perfect spot there. And that is caught complete for a gain of around 8. So it's going to be 3rd and 1. The defender put his arm up, and that went straight through his hands. And the Steelers are in shotgun here on 3rd and 1 for I don't know what. But let's see if this works out. Dog pound out there barking. And some other stuff. I'm not exactly sure what that other noise is. Rodgers changing the play at the line of scrimmage. They're no longer in shotgun. Gainwell in the backfield. They give it out to Gainwell. And the flag is thrown. Oh my gosh. False start. Come on, man. Oh man, I'm sure Rodgers is just super frustrated in this game. So now 3rd and 6 after the false start. Rodgers has someone open and he looks for Freiermuth and it is incomplete. Gosh, this offense is looking bad. Wow. The defense is doing everything they possibly can to keep you in this game. Wayman with yet another punt. Fair catch, and he runs up to it at around the 12. Wow. Defense has gotten turnovers, man. So the NFC and the AFC are still in the same situation where every team has clinched a playoff spot except for the 4th seed. There are 2 teams contending for the 4th seed, and that's it. Those are the only 2 teams in each conference that are contending for a playoff spot still. The only thing anybody else is contending for is positioning. Which I think Green Bay's first round exits this season, they're very banged up. They look like a different team last night. They didn't have Jordan Love there. Malik Willis actually played pretty solid. Malik Willis played a pretty good game yesterday. It was just how the defense really struggled against Derrick Henry. And they're probably going to be facing Chicago or whoever. I mean, that first seed for the NFC is definitely up for grabs. So we don't even know who they're going to be facing until the season's over for sure. So I don't know. It's so unpredictable. The game between the Bears and the Niners tonight is gonna determine a lot. And that's just more of so the Bears not being able to get the first seed, but that would mean the Niners or Seattle, or it just depends. All right, Cleveland first down. Receiver in motion. They're going to run it. And, he has space. Gets the first down and plenty more. And Ramsey able to stop him. Flag is thrown. Is that in the backfield? Yeah, it's against Cleveland. Oh, then we're bringing it back. Nice. I said it last week, and I'm going to say it again. Every time a big run happens in the NFL nowadays, it's almost always a holding. Almost every single time. I think we're not too far from safety zone here. Yeah, we still got a few yards from it. Never mind. Unless it's just a complete terrible snap. 1st and 15 now after that holding call. They're going to give it to Sampson. Another decent hole, but a good tackle by Ramsey and Wilson that time to limit the yardage. And there are so many bowl games for college. It's crazy. Arizona State really took a step down this year, huh? Wow, the last 4 possessions for the Browns has been either an interception or a punt. Sanders gets it as he throws the ball, able to get rid of it, though, to his running back. And he might have gotten half a yard. Sampson there. Hey, we have 2 complete blowouts in this morning slate of games. The fact that the Patriots are completely demolishing the Jets right now really brings it back like we're back in time. 3rd and 9 for Cleveland. Gets it up to the tight end, and he is short of the marker to gain. So that's going to be a 3 and out for Cleveland, which we've seen a lot of 3 and outs in this game, it feels like. Dude. Block punt. They need something to happen here. Scotty Miller awaiting the return. Bojo Riquez? Is that how you pronounce his last name? Putting it from his own end zone. And they didn't even really try to bring any pressure there. It is caught at around the 20, return. Oh, and he has some space. Runs out of bounds at the 44. All right, good return from Scotty Miller. But they need, gosh, man. You know, although it's super low scoring, I wouldn't say it's a super boring game. From an outsider's perspective, if you're not a fan of the Browns or the Steelers, you're really watching to see, will Garrett get the record? Will the Steelers clinch a playoff spot? You know, so there's still some intrigue, even though it's a very low scoring game. There's still some intrigue for it. Okay, Jacksonville and Indianapolis tied 17-17. It is insane the fact that Jacksonville has the record that they do, 11-4. I would have thought that their record would have been flipped, 4-11. And people were making memes about Jacksonville when they got their head coach and the way he said Duval. They were like, Jacksonville going to be going 0-17 this season. Just by the way he said Duval. Which is kind of funny. But now they got a shot at winning that division. But Grandpa Rivers is trying to prevent that. That game is such a blowout that the Bengals benched Burrow and put in Flacco. All right, defense has gotten more than enough stops in this game. With the way the game is looking, all the Steelers need is a touchdown to win this game with the way things are looking. It's not a guarantee. Thielen in motion. They're going to give it out. Jalen Warren gets to midfield. Solid game. You know, I like how the NFL handles Week 18, that they don't schedule all the games are to be determined for the entire season, just so they know what games to put on the Saturday slate, on the Sunday slate. Toss play. Warren tried to make a move, but he's tackled behind the line of scrimmage. All right, now we're going to have to throw the ball here on 3rd and 4. So it was an interesting looking formation here. Okay, Gainwell moves to Rodgers' left, right beside him. And they hand the ball off. and he's short of the first down. What? What? You got to be kidding me right now with this play calling stuff. What are we doing play calling wise? All right, well, the punt is fair caught at the 10. What are these play calls, man? The entire game, these play calls have been terrible. All right, I'll be back in a second, guys. All right. So we're inside of 5 minutes left. 4-point game. Neither of these offenses have done anything in this second half. We've had one field goal try, and that's it. And that was missed by Boswell. From their own 10, it's a handoff play. Sampson able to pick up 2. I say a gain of 3. I thought he only got 2. Okay. So regardless, I think we're going to see the Browns take their time here. We'll probably run the ball again here. And no, they're going to go play action. They're going to go pass here. Sanders avoiding the pressure. And he has space. And he gets tackled by Ramsey. Short of the first down. Good open field tackle by Jalen. Yeah. All right, so it's going to be a pivotal 3rd and 1. Browns are in shotgun. Let's see if they do it like an option or something here. And they're going to run it, and he is just short. I think he's short. Yeah, they're going to mark him short of the first. Big stuff for the Steelers defense. Yeah, they have to punt it. Not in this situation that you should go for it on fourth down, no. Steelers are going to let the time continue to roll. I don't really hate it too much. Save all 3 of your timeouts. I don't think they're going to bring much pressure here. It's not looking like they will. Browns are just going to take off all the time that they can right now. So the Steelers, when they get the ball, they'll have 3 timeouts, including a 2-minute warning still. And no pressure on this punt. That's a good punt. Wow. Fair caught. Is that inside the 20? Wow. Good punt. 2:16 left. 10-6. This is it, guys. Football, man. All right. I'm not feeling confident at all. I'm not sure why exactly Cleveland was booing the fact that they didn't go for it on fourth down. I understand it's a very short fourth down. But your defense has been playing great. And you don't want to give the Steelers a super short field if they don't get the ball or if they don't get the first down. And their offense hasn't been playing good either. So that wouldn't have made sense, in my opinion. Had the Cleveland offense been moving the ball, then maybe go for it, if you're feeling that risky. But your offense isn't moving the football. Okay, so we only have 2 games in the afternoon slate. One a 105 start and the other a 125 start today. So up to you whether you want to watch the Tank Bowl or if you want to watch a really good game. All right, so as soon as we're getting the ball from the 20. All right. Just try to win the game here. Rodgers is going to throw it down the field incomplete, looking for MVS. That's one of the few times where Rodgers actually throws a ball down the field. Not many of those. A lot of short passes, a lot of quick passes, and a lot of runs in this game. And I believe that's part of the reason why they have 6 points on the board. Okay. I think that plays a huge factor. Rodgers throws it short of Freiermuth. So now it's going to be 3rd and 10. From the 20, Rodgers pump fakes. Has to get rid of it. He does, and it is short once again. He is hit as he's throwing the football. Browns get another stop. Steelers just aren't doing anything. And they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Browns bring 4. Rodgers is going to get rid of it. It's tipped at the line of scrimmage. Incomplete. Didn't even amount to a yard on that drive. Unbelievable, man. Absolutely unbelievable. Wow. So the Steelers can still have a shot. They can't give up a first down, though. First down ends the game. What's holding this team back is they're so focused. They put all of their focus on making sure that Myles Garrett doesn't get the record. It's holding the offense back on what you can do. Because since you're so focused on one guy, the Cleveland Browns have a good defense. They have a pretty solid defensive line. That gives Rodgers less time to throw the football. This is ridiculous, man. Absolutely ridiculous. And it's looking like it's going to be do or die at Heinz Field next week. At least that's what it's looking like right now. All right. Cleveland needs 10 yards to clinch the game. And to get it, run play. Flags are thrown as the ball is snapped. Cleveland takes a timeout. But a penalty flag was thrown out. All right, let's try this again. First down for Cleveland from the 20. It's going to be a run play for Sampson. Sampson breaks a few tackles and gets 5 yards. Steelers get their first timeout. Use their first timeout, I should say. Browns in shotgun, expecting another run play. Ton in motion. He moves. Yeah, he's just moving around. They get it. Sampson. This time he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Good play for the Steelers defense there, as have been many plays for the Steelers defense in this game. And the Steelers call their second timeout. 1:48 left in the fourth quarter. So it's going to be a game on the line here, 3rd and 6. They might go play action. No, they're just going to run the football, and he is going to be down at the 15. Steelers use their final timeout. 1:44 left. And the Browns are going to bring out the field goal unit more than likely. Well, the offense is still out there. I can't believe we're in this situation right now. $33-yarder for Cleveland. This one from the right hash. Kick is good. 13-6. Browns are up. 1:40 left in the fourth quarter. So there's still some time left for the Steelers to go down the field and score a touchdown. We're waiting the kickoff here. And the kick is away, and it's going to go to the end zone and rolls out. So this is it. So start this drive from the 35. Minute 40 left. No timeouts to spare. Rodgers going to throw it complete to Scotty Miller for a first down. At midfield, they're going to go no huddle here. They got to the line very quick. Get the snap off immediately. Another throw. That pass is incomplete. I thought Miller got that ball. Okay, they're going to call it incomplete. 2nd and 10 now. Yeah, it's an incomplete. Good call. Good job from the Steelers offense, though, for hurrying up to the line like they did. It's like they knew exactly what to do. Rodgers is switching something up. Get the snap off at 2. Rodgers is going to throw middle of the field. That is caught. Pat Freiermuth for a first down. Muth. Okay, come on. Come on, man. Steelers now at the 21. Minute left to go and ticking. This offense has shown precious little, but the game is on the line here. Fakes the handoff. It's going to be another get to Freiermuth. And that's another first down for the Steelers. Now going to be 1st and goal. Now we're under 40 seconds left. From the 10. Steelers in shotgun. Rodgers gets a snap. He's looking. He throws it. Pass is caught for Thielen. You say a gain of 3. 29 seconds left. You know, the most reliable player on the offensive side in this game has been Pat Freiermuth. Steelers have a route. 3 plays to get 7 yards. Rodgers is going to throw it. End zone almost intercepted. Okay. All right, 24 seconds left. 3rd and goal. Rodgers alone in the backfield. He's going to throw it. End zone incomplete. They were out of sync. They weren't even on the same page there. They were not on the same page there. Now it's 4th and goal. Game on the line. From the 7. They get the snap off in time. Rodgers is going to throw. End zone incomplete. That's the game. Of course. Of course. Little bit of chirping at the end of the play. Wow. Well, Cleveland takes it in. That's a ball game. Wow. Awesome. 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 Great performance, guys. Great performance. That's going to do it for the live. That was the final live of the year 2025. We got some stuff to talk about. And it's not going to be very good stuff. So expect that video tomorrow. That's all I got to say. Steelers dropped to 9-7. They had all they had to do was beat the Browns. That's it. 3-12 team. And they couldn't do it. That's it. Now it's going to be the Steelers and the Ravens for the division. They're definitely going to put that a prime time, whether it's going to be Saturday night or Sunday night. That's definitely going to be a prime time game because Steelers and Ravens, it shouldn't have even gotten to that point. But oh well, That's it for this live, guys. I'll catch you guys later. You guys have a good one.